Well, hello guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Wolf's Howl. Ow! And we're going to talk today about Hermes and roosters. This is actually going to become a once weekly channel, more than likely, and I think it will be a more relaxed and higher quality format for y'all. So I hope you enjoy this. Actually, we hope you enjoy this because we're going to be talking about Lord Hermes today, even though he gives side eye to my roommate for the Lord part, and roosters. When we had everyone move in last Thursday, everyone included two roosters. Try to have them be house roosters. This did not work, guys, because these were not cute little fluffy ones you see on YouTube raised, to be friendly towards humans and pets. We're talking about leghorns here, and they are fine where they are now, but they were not going to be pretty good in the house. They knocked over lamps, they knocked over everything else, they pootied everywhere because we're trying to get diapers on these basically feral chickens, and it's not working out. And Hermes is over in the corner laughing. Uh, the rooster is sacred to him. And it's also sacred to Apollo, and in Norse mythology, we have the three roosters, one for the Jotnar, one for the Aesir, and one in Hell. And on Ragnarok, all these birds are going to be going "Rrr, rrr, rrr," at each other. And these birds, if you've never had a rooster or lived on a farm, they crow whenever they want to. And they are fairly loud birds, so I can be in my house, which is not too far from my garage, but far enough, and I can hear "Rrr, rrr, rrr" in the morning. They will do it 4:30, they will do it 2 in the afternoon, and I'm like, why would Hermes want these noisy birds as his herald? I think because partially at one time, roosters were seen to be vigilant, and some breeds, if they see somebody strange or a strange animal or something, they're going to crow. It doesn't matter if it's 2 at night, 2 a.m. in the morning or like midnight. They'll do that provided they're not sleeping, and he and I were talking about, and Loki had been pointing out too, they're like, you have rooster totem energy. And you have to kind of, when you have roosters, you have to be top rooster. These aren't those, GeoBeats cute roosters that you can just cuddle. I have to show head root. Now I'm not hurting these birds or anything, but since they were outside roos, being picked up is not their favorite thing, but it's like one of the most general things you can do to show, hey, I'm the dominant one. It's, if you watch a lot of chicken channels, they're like, yeah, pick him up or just don't give ground or whatever. And they're coming along, they're coming along. Like the first day they got here, they were kind of freaked out because they've been traveling. It's been less than a week, and they already come out, like when I go out to where we have them, and they come out to see me, and it's just not food based at this point. And I'm making all these rooster toys, and all the stuff is going on, and you're like, what does this have to do with the gods? And Hermes is just standing here with his arm crossed, smiling because I'm supposed to get the point. And I think the point is, it is a big transition in our lives, and he's the god of transitions, remember. To go from, basically I was living alone. I had my own schedule and I did stuff when I felt like it. I didn't have any roosters depending on me. I didn't have a roommate depending on me. I didn't have to be up for anything. And I'm getting nods like we're going in the right direction, so that's good. And now I have a roommate that depends on me because I'm the one that, cooks a lot of the meals and stuff. And, I do laundry and stuff. So it's really different when you're doing it for two people instead of one. And it's really different when you have roosters to go out and check on every single day. I can't decide in 2 weeks I'm bored of these roosters and let them fend for themselves. That would be cruel. They actually came up here and getting nods and encouragement from Hermes. They actually came up here because basically the person that my roommate lived with was raising chickens, had too many roosters. Yeah, not too many, but they didn't want these roosts. And was honestly had asked someone else that was raising chickens, and I don't know who this person was, but I don't like them much. And they were like, oh, just, throw them out in nature, let nature do its work. And I'm like, no, because they had coyotes in the area, which we have here too, black bears. So they're somewhere secure, away from coyotes and black bears and hawks and anything else. And it was kind of overwhelming when they first got here. I really thought they were going to be these cute little geopet animals, and they're wild. They're pretty much feral chickens. And that did not work out. And then I was, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to call a rescue and I'm going to have to give up these roosters because they're too much. But we moved them. And when they're in a place where they can be roosters and do rooster things, they're fine. And Hermes has kind of been bringing that same message to me lately, and I think to a lot of people, because my roommate did a collective reading this morning. And it's kind of like you kind of have to speak your truth. Roosters are really good at that. And you kind of have to tell people what's making you happy and not happy. These birds will tell you, like, that second, real time feedback. Like, that made me happy. I don't like this. Don't pick me up. Don't pick me up. I don't like that food you brought out. I'm not eating it. I'm taking all the pellets out of this fancy pellet mix you got me and I'm putting them in a pile because I don't like them. They will, animals are honest. They will tell you what their needs are. They will. Humans don't all the time, do we? We do jobs we don't like because, we got to have money to pay bills, and I get that, but we're like, well, there's a perfect job for everybody, not for me, or I'll find it someday. And I'm getting a thumbs up. And, Hermes is definitely a god you'd want on your side if you're doing the job hunt. And it's just one of those things where he's bringing out more honesty in people and telling people to speak their truth. You don't have to scream it in someone's face. This isn't a call to have road rage or to be rude to people, but to actually speak your truth, to, tell people how you really feel. The way I really feel about the channel is it's long overdue for a change and a reformatting. And, you guys make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell and make sure you get all these episodes. And I got, because Loki's here too. And it's kind of the thing of like sometimes Hermes, like Loki, will take you up in the airplane and you got a parachute, but you don't feel like it. And sometimes they'll be like, okay, you don't have a parachute on, but we've been telling you and telling you and telling you. And they just push you out. And you're kind of free falling and freaking out. And you're going to be okay, but because you don't know that they like have the spare chute on you, you just don't know. And that's the thing. Right now we have my roommate and I, the roosters, have the spear shoot on. It's like, what the heck did we think of doing? And of course we're questioning ourselves and thinking, is this even right? And I'm thinking, why in God's name did I take a roommate and two roosters at the same time? I must be nuts. Now, that is Hermes change. That is also Loki change, but it is definitely a Hermes thing of, we're not changing this at the comfortable pace you want to do because it would take 30 years. We're doing this all in like a week. And you will have all this change and it will drive you crazy, but in the end, it's ultimately good for you. So we hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode. They may be shorter, they may be longer. There's not going to be like a set time for them, but it's definitely going to be a weekly thing. So if you like the Wolf's Howl, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon or to become a member below. Every little bit helps, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.